Okay, so this is Grassy Waters Preserve, right off of North Lake near Beeline. Nice little place to come in and visit from time to time. I'll be taking my son and wife here as soon as they're here. There are bald eagles here that nest every year. One of the highlights of going here, although there's many of them. This is as you're coming in the front entrance. Now right down here on the right, that's actually swamp basically. It's water down there underneath all that duckweed. That is called duckweed, that green bed on top of the water. So they're closing soon, so I've only got about 30 minutes to run around in here and show you guys. But these are all cypress trees in the background there. As you can see, this is a very nice little park place. The trees up here next to the parking lot, there's a lot of red-shouldered hawks that live up in there. They have a nest up there too. See them through the year here. A couple places for owls here too. Great place to bring the family. Do not bring your pets. This is a wildlife sanctuary. Don't want your pet attacking the wildlife or the wildlife attacking your pet. But here's the parking lot, and right back up in these trees is where you'll find the red-shouldered hawk nest is up there. I think there might be more than one in that area nowadays. So I'm going to park here and we'll take a walk and take a look around. Hope you enjoy. So here it is, Grassy Waters Preserve. I'm going to walk over here and take a look off the boardwalk.
Mom, there's some more places there. Huh. Come on, Mom.
Here's the boardwalk. You can walk down Nature Trail. Goes to the Nature Center. Come around this way, a little place to have a picnic. Although they don't allow fishing here, which is kind of sad. Thank you. This is the water off the dock. And there's the baby gator they're talking about. Sitting out there sunning himself. I'll take you guys on a walk down the trail now. Let you see that.
Well, yeah, that's it's an indigo. We're trying to figure out what happens if they're endangered. Yeah.
Here it is. So you walk down this nice little trail, especially like right now, it's getting evening, it's got a nice cool breeze. So nice cool air coming through the trees. It's not so hot. And these are cypress knees sticking up, which come from the cypress trees. It's like a root structure thing. And you can see all kinds of stuff when you walk through here. This is just the beginning of the trail. It's actually got a pretty good sized loop trail that goes out and around. I'm not going to have time today to walk the whole thing. I'm just going to give you a quick little overview of it. Just see a few things. It's got all these little things to explain, you know, the cypress knees and different wildlife that you'll see here. be very peaceful here, especially during the week when there's hardly anybody here. You can come out here and meditate, read a book, do wildlife photography. Very pretty flower viewing here, as well as some really good birds to see. All kinds of lilies and different things here, like the purple pickerel weed down there too. A lot of environmental information. And then here is the visitor center. When it's open, you come in here, they have a few animals usually on display for the kids to look at, as well as bones and things that have been found around at the place, and a lot of kids activities. Come down here and get your flyers out of here for Grassy Waters Preserve trail guides. I'll grab one for now too, and I'll open it up when I get back to the car. There's the Apahi Trail here too. And there's the hog hammock. Oh, sorry, slammed it down. So you can look at all this stuff. And you can walk around the perimeter of this boardwalk. And you grab the flyers. And that's where we were, where we parked is over that way. And these are like little bat houses. Birds and bats and things like that. They almost always have viewing scopes out here like this one for you to use. So you can look out at what's out there. And they do walking and canoe trips out here sometimes too. And if you follow this trail all the way out there, pretty far out to the high hammock, there's a bald eagle's nest. Some rocking chairs if you want to come sit out here, spend the day. Little water striding spiders right there on the lily pad, just hanging out. It's like a wolf spider. There's always a lot of turtles to see down here too, and frogs, water snakes of all kinds. Just coming in here, somebody was talking about an indigo snake, so they must have seen one while they were out. Pretty rare snake. Endangered species here in Florida. Big, huge black snake, harmless, completely harmless to humans. Beautiful. One snake that I've been looking for my whole life here is the indigo. I've yet to ever encounter one. This is the place where people go in. They can walk into the water. They take guided tours with the kids. Take your shoes off, they lock your shoes up, and then the kids can walk down here into the water, and they let them walk around out here and look around and see what they can find in the water. Gives them an idea. Pretty nice little thing for the school kids, and they set up things for kids when you're here, for the parents to bring them down. Again, this was elevated off of the marsh below. So you get a view that not many people get unless they want to trek through here in their waders, which I do have a pair, and I actually do go wading in the water in the swamps down here doing wildlife photography. Okay, here's where we get the fork in the road. This way is a shorter bit of a trail. It goes back out and around, comes back to that parking lot reasonably quickly. This one actually goes to where you're going to see some dry ground, which is not a whole lot of it here, but most of it's, you know, water. Although during the rainy season, like right now, it's probably flooded pretty good back here. But this is where you will see, as you see, the boardwalk gets dramatically lower. And you're right down close to the water now. You can see everything pretty good. There's usually a fox grapevine that grows up here on the right, a little ways down. Usually I can pick a few grapes off of, get a little snack while I'm walking through here. But don't just eat anything here if you don't know what it is. This is the fox grape. That leaf right there, it's hard to see from here, but that's it. These leaves on this vine. And when it's in bloom, it's a nice little treat here in Florida. But again, unless you know what you're eating, don't try this. You can get in some real trouble eating berries off of vines here. So, a lot of times when I see boar, if I come here early in the morning, or sometimes in the evening, is right down here on the right. It usually gets pretty dry over here, down here, and there's not so much water, but it's rainy season right now. And when I look over there, I see the boar, yeah, which are off in this area, but it looks like it's all flooded in right now and overgrown. So we're probably not going to see much in the way of boar right now. But because of the flooding, a lot of the cottonmouths and water snakes that want to sun themselves, you'll find them on places like this where the sun can hit down through the hammock, and they'll be curled up right there sunning themselves because the water's down here. And sometimes they'll be on the boardwalk, so watch where you step. But it's nice if you want to see what a cottonmouth looks like, you know, from a few feet away. I don't recommend getting too close. They have a lightning fast strike and some very bad venom. But this is the area I usually find the boar in the morning early. And this little step ladder for when they bring people on a tour down here. They walk down in here and let you walk the trail. And these little hammocks with rocking chairs that you can sit in. Thatch roof. And then right out in front of this first one that you'll encounter right here, there's an artist leaving. She did her painting today. There was, although I have a feeling he's not here anymore, but they do come back. I don't see them. But right over there is a great horned owl's nest, which is right there in that tree. Or no, I'm sorry, not great horned owls, screech owls. They're like screech owls right here, little ones. But it looks like they're gone. Probably not their time to nest right now, so, but that nest had been there for a couple of years. I've got some other video of it at one point. See the holes in the tree there? They live in there. But I don't see any, so I don't think we're out of luck today. And just an interesting thing here. And again, nice little tiki thatched roof hut thing. It's the way the Native American Indians, the Seminoles, and everything were doing it down here for a long time. Except now they put rocking chairs under it. You can sit here and relax and enjoy the view. Oh yeah, never mind. This is the spot where I always see the boar up here. This is usually dry up this way. As you can see, it's still wet today. It's been raining non-stop here for a while. Yeah, that's it out that way. Very nice. There's some purple pickerel weed. That's pickerel weed. Lots of little flowers, little yellow ones there, clusters. Not sure what the species is. Definitely enjoyable place to come relax. This is the Florida cocoa plum tree. Again, most of the stuff that grows right around here is pretty edible, but again, if you don't know, don't eat it. But yeah, this is the cocoa plum. And right now it's just starting to get its little blooms. You can see those little flowers right there are the cocoa plum blooms. They'll turn into a green one, then it'll turn into a red one, and then it'll turn in purple. I find that when they are red, they are the best, they're sweetest. When they turn purple, they lose a lot of their sweetness. Nice wasp hornet thing hanging out here. He's harvesting the nectars and stuff he's getting out of there. Yeah, this is the cocoa plum. It's a bee attractor too, honeybees and everything. Again, this is one I'm not sure what it is. I think it's some kind of thistle thing. I've seen it before. Can't remember what it is though. So again, if you don't know what it is, don't even attempt to eat it here on here. You can get in trouble. And again, out here in the early morning is where I usually see the boar coming up. They usually are rooting around in here, but it's usually dry. It's wet as hell right now. It's usually pretty dry. Find them out there rooting around in the field. Especially right at the end of the rainy season when it starts to dry up, because all the roots down here are nice and moist. That's when they really pile up out here. And all kinds of flowers out here. Different neat things to look at. Look at those. All those little white cap flowers there. And one of the nice things about here in Florida and these hammocks like this, if you take the time to slow down and really look at what's here, you can find all kinds of stuff here. Like just slow down and look at a branch of a tree. Small branch, look around. Find different, like a spider's nest in here. It's got all this webbing in there. Could be a type of caterpillar too. You find like hopping bugs, all kinds of stuff. It's really interesting. Even the insects and lizards and stuff that you'll find if you slow down and look real close. Vine snakes and stuff like that will be mixed in. A lot of people will walk right by it because they're in too big of a hurry and miss some of the most beautiful things out here. A lot of snags out here, down trees, which make homes for all kinds of stuff. And now there's several little boardwalks like this that when you're going out it have a little thing that goes off over to another tiki hut with some rocking chairs or a bench, and you can go relax by the water and enjoy the view. I was hoping to see a moccasin or something like that out here today, but kind of late. The sun's not really out, so they're not sunning themselves. Well, we did see an alligator. Again, it's a hit or miss place. One day you'll come out here, it'll be loaded with wildlife. Another day you'll come out here, you won't see anything. I'm also walking pretty quick today, and I'm making noise talking to you. So I'm not gonna get to see as much, because a lot of the wildlife ahead of me will take off. There's otters in here too. Sometimes they'll jump up on the boardwalk ahead, and if you're quiet, you'll turn a corner and there'll be otters playing on the boardwalk. Getting another stool for them to get down and take a walk back into the marsh. Better bring your galoshes. Swamp boots. Nice big pine tree. I like the way the branches all stick out like that. Yeah, it feels like the rain's coming. Temperature just dropped 10 degrees. I'm about to get poured on. So here you go. Here's the thing about the county commissioners. Don't see Mazzolotti's name on there. And getting a little drier over here. Always a chance to find mammals in these areas, in the more dry places. Now you're going to come out to the end of one of these boardwalks. And here you find a nice little tiki hut with a bench, a couple rocking chairs, all thatched the way the Native Americans always did. They actually do these with skinned logs too. I think they actually use the Native Americans down here, the tribes, to come build these for them. I know they do on many of the tiki hut bar places and stuff you see like this. And there you go. And it's all the grasses and stuff out here. When these grasses bloom with their seeds, Indians used to take their canoes and ride through here and then beat it's almost like a rice, it's a grain like a wheat. They used to beat the stuff into their canoe and then they grind it into a flour. There's a lot of wild birds out here. There's one straight out there, it looks like maybe an anahinga drying its wings. So a lot of times you come down here and the winter time, all the birds are sitting out here. So a nice spot to bring in binoculars or a camera and do some bird viewing, bird watching. Okay, I'm gonna get going because I think I'm out of time here. The park's pretty much closed. So we're gonna head back before they get mad and lock me in or kick me out. One or the other, right? So don't mind me if I walk fast and this gets a little jiggly. Thinking I'm going to do the rest of this little trail here. Actually, this just goes down to the end and then has another observation place like what we just saw with the rocking chairs. So we're going to head back in this direction. Now I'm not going to say anything for the rest of this trip back because you may see something crossing the boardwalk. Woodpecker. It's a little woodpecker. Interesting looking one too. Little tiny guy. See stuff when we're quiet. And again, that boardwalk goes all the way down, out and around, and back to the parking lot again. But we're going to go this way because it's quicker, and they're closing, so we need to get out of here. In fact, I think it's already past 4:30, which is closing time, so hopefully they did not lock me in. Pretty funny they close at 4:30 though. I think it'd be sun up to sundown would probably be a little better. The sun doesn't get dark here now until 7, 8 o'clock at night. Another explanation board. Make sure you throw your garbage in here and not on the trail. Well, I see a guard in the building there, so that means I'm not locked in. So that's good. And some other time I'll come back and I'll refilm. I'll walk the entire boardwalk for you. Probably take about 45 minutes. But just to let you know, that's where if I had gone that other way, it would have come all the way back around to here. And we would have met here. Oh, fish just jumped. I scared a fish. Look at that. There's another fish right there. I can see him. I really doubt you guys can. He's right under the water right there. Oh, look who's here. See, if you slow down and you look around, you'll see alligators. Little alligator right there if you see his two eyes. That's an alligator. Again, if you slow down, take your time, be quiet, and look around, you'll find things like this all over the place. Just hiding in the brush. This guy's about 4 feet, 5 feet long. Yeah, probably about 4 feet. Yeah, 4 going on 5, somewhere in there. So there he is. Florida alligator. We saw the baby out front. That's the slightly bigger one to look at. Not quite big enough to be a breeding mother though, guarding her eggs or anything like that. So this is kind of more of a nursery area in here anywhere for smaller alligators. It's where they can rest a little more because big alligators will eat little alligators. Law of the jungle. But again, lots and lots to see. And there we are back out in the parking lot. I guess I'll walk over here and give you a slightly better view of the little baby. If he's still there. Another thing about the water. The Florida Everglades and all this work as a natural filter for the water coming down south. It actually purifies the water as it comes out, cleans it up. That's why this environment is extremely important. It looks like the baby gator took off. He's not here anymore. Probably all the kids that came out earlier scared him away. Or the sun ain't really out, so he's not getting much sun, so he went back in the water. And here's a giant hammock. Now I actually used to be kind of like a lumberjack. A lot of you don't know that. So I know how to build this structure with the logs, but I never thatched a roof. I'm pretty sure I could do it, but I would definitely like to work with the Native Americans down here in Florida and actually learn their way of thatching these roofs. I'd like to learn to do that for myself. And that baby gator, unless he heard me coming and he kind of ducked in deeper water, should be sitting around here with just his head sticking up, but he's so small it's going to be hard to see him. Usually they'll go up into the weeds and they'll sit in the middle of the weeds because the bigger gators come out at this time anyway. When the sun goes down, it starts to get darker like this, all the bigger alligators come out, and usually you'll see them come from down this way and start heading out this way to go out there. Some will even come from that way and go this way too. A little rock bass. I doubt you guys can hardly see them there, but it's a little rock bass. Oh, look, there's a couple more. Little guys. There's one right there. No, don't confuse that with a largemouth bass. That's not what it is. This is more like a sunfish. It's called a rock bass, though. So it's not a... They only stay small. They don't get very big. There are largemouth bass in here. Lots of them. And black bass. Swanee bass. I'll see where the baby went. But again, he's probably getting out of Dodge before the bigger alligators get nearby. This is a floating dock. Typical site here in Florida is the airboats. A lot of people not from the southern United States, southeast, aren't used to seeing these. Yeah, it's an airboat. They don't really give rides here on them or anything. They actually use them here for taking care of the wetlands. And there's the visitor center thing that you saw over that way. So yeah, there we go. All these lilies are about to start blooming. The water lilies here. That's a bulb. And now it's starting to rain, so I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was Grassy Waters Preserve in Palm Beach County, Florida. Nice little place to come out and visit with the kids. And again, they have the canoe things they do out here and everything. Here is a Saber's Boardwalk guide. And then they have this other paper in here. Just look in here for these things and you'll find them. This is a program guide. I'll tell you all about the programs to come. Hope you guys enjoyed. I think I made this video like 45 minutes long. And it's pouring rain, so I'm going to get out of here. Okay, so as I told you, I'd show you this map when I got back to the truck. So here's the parking lot where we started. We parked right here. This is where the baby alligator was. And then we went into the trail. We went to the clubhouse. We went down here to where you can go in the water and walk around. We went this way, and instead of going back around this circle, we went this way. We went to this little thatched roof shack. Then we went all the way out to this little thatched roof shack on this area. We did not follow this one out to that point. That's where the kayak launch goes for the scheduled guided tours. We went out here, and we walked all along here, and then back to here. Now, if I had made that turn here, I went out and around and back into this way. And this is also where they take the canoe and kayak tour stuff out of here. I think that's the canoes out of here. So as you can, there's the restrooms and the nature center. So I hope you enjoyed Grassy Waters Preserve. And I'll join me for more of these. I'll take you on guides to the different national parks as I go to them. Been to many of these a lot of times. I just never filmed them. And again, here it is. And that is it. That's the address and the website and everything. So if you come out here, I hope you enjoy yourself. Please don't litter. Please don't bother the animals. And you'll have a great time. Thank you.